All right, so you said Fit for Life was the first book that really got you into this, and I know you've mentioned to me several times Norman Walker. His books really helped you in the beginning?
Oh yeah, because on the chapter on dairy foods in the Fit for Life book, Harvey Diamond mentions Dr. Norman Walker, and he actually mentions that Dr. Norman Walker had done some studies about thyroid disorders, and that he had written a number of books. So I was like, wow, I got to find out more about this guy Norman Walker. So I went out and looked for all these books, and they're truly amazing. That's when I started learning about the importance of colonics and juicing. And he was very, very influential in my transition to the raw food diet.
What about Arnold Ehret's books?
That's one of my all-time favorite books. I mean, he was actually right after Norman Walker. I picked up his books. The Rational Fasting and the Mucusless Diet Healing System are the two of my favorite books of all time.
And there are a lot of people out there with thyroid issues, you know, and some doctors tell them diet has nothing to do with it. And there's what, hyperthyroid, and then there's
a hyperthyroidism, which is an overactive thyroid, and that's actually what I initially had. And then what happens is you lose a lot of weight, and if you don't treat it or stop it somehow, it'll eventually turn hypothyroid, which means a lower underactive thyroid, and then you gain weight. So I didn't know anything about health, and I just went to the doctor, and the doctor told me to take these drugs, and the drugs didn't work. So he said, when the drugs don't work, we either have to take your thyroid out, or we have to, with surgery, or we have to destroy it with radiation. And what they do is they give you an iodine pill, and the iodine has radiation in it, and you take the pill and the thyroid absorbs the radiation with the iodine, and over a period of about 6 to 9 months it starts destroying the tissue of your thyroid, and eventually you end up with no thyroid. And that's what happened to me, unfortunately, and now there's no turning back. So, eventually,
But you were able to lower your medication with the diet.
As soon as I went raw and I lost a lot of weight. I lost 80 pounds. I went to the doctor, and the doctor didn't recognize me at first. He was like, "Are you Enrique?" I mean, he was looking at my chart. This is amazing. He said, "What have you been doing?" I told him, I changed my whole diet and lifestyle. And he says, "I've never seen anything like it." And this was in New York, and he was a pretty well-known doctor. And he says, "I gotta tell my patients." He had a patient next to in the other room, and this lady had a hard time losing weight, and he called her and he said, "Come here, come here." And he said, "See, it can be done. Look at Enrique." And so the doctor was totally amazed, and he actually cut my dose in half, my thyroid hormone pill.
Go.
So I was talking about the doctor, when he saw me after I went 100% raw, and I had lost 80 pounds, he was looking at my chart, he couldn't understand who I was. Was that the same person? And he immediately cut down my medication to more than half, which is actually, the medication is a replacement thyroid hormone. It's just a synthetic thyroid hormone. So he cut down in half, and he had a patient right in the next room who was complaining she couldn't lose weight, and she kept saying, "It's impossible. There's no way I'm going to lose weight. It's just impossible without thyroid." So she called her in, and she just told her my story, and she couldn't believe it. And of course she said, "I don't have the willpower to do it."
So you're a raw chef. You make raw ice cream. You've healed yourself from an incurable illness by medical society.
Right.
You're you help people with graphic artwork. You've done many raw books. You're also a DJ, and you've done many raw parties for Dave Wolf and other people. You've DJ'd the parties and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're all around. You do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I'm really into music, especially Caribbean music, reggae music.
Reggae music, and you know a lot of raw foodies that are into.
I also do some work for a company called Dietary International.
A hemp company, right? That's hemp.
I'm wearing one of their hats right now, and all their products, they make luggage, and they make clothing and hats and belts, even shoes, and it's all recycled materials and hemp. They have very futuristic material combinations where they combine recycled plastic bottles and with hemp, and they make these water-resistant jackets and hats, and you should check them out, livity.org, Livity.org.
Wow.
It's a truly amazing company out of California.
Great, great. And what was that website?
It's Livity, which is a Jamaican word that means lifestyle, It spells livity.org.
Great. And before we go, I just want everyone to know that there's two amazing people I've introduced you to their books and their work, and they've changed my life and your life. And I highly recommend anyone watching this, and you'll attest to this, that these two people are amazing. The first one was a book when I met you, I told you about it, How I Found Freedom in an Unfree World by Harry Brown.
Right.
It was an amazing book, who was a libertarian, and he just really helped us free our mind from society and just living like everyone else. But then recently, a couple years ago, I introduced to a fellow's work named Dave Ramsey, who has also helped us realize we can live a lifestyle of eating raw food and being healthy and happy without having to worry about money. We could be out of debt and so on, as long as we follow his information, right?
Right, yeah, Dave Ramsey is amazing. I really encourage people to check him out. I mean, he really teaches you that you can live without being in debt, and that's really when you become free, when you have no debt and you just use cash and you learn how to budget and you live on less than you make, you know.
And what's his
changes your whole life.
What's his motto?
Actually improves your relationships.
Cash is king and
cash is king and debt is dumb.
And debt is dumb. All right.
Yeah. Have a great real life.
All right. Have a great real life. Thank you.
I'm here with Paul Neeson in West Palm Beach, and there's one thing we can't get in California, at least unless you go to Mexico, maybe. But it's sugarcane juice. It's amazing.
How's that?
It's like heaven.
It's a good reason to be in South Florida, right?
Oh yeah.
What'd you have this morning?
This morning for breakfast I had egg fruit with a little lime juice.
It's also called Canasteel, and it's delicious, right?
It's unbelievable.
And you had a bunch of exotic fruits yesterday, right?
Yeah, yesterday we had, what do we have?
Jacaba?
We had, jacaba and little sapodilla. We had coconuts. I think that was it. Oh, some mangoes, a couple of mangoes.
A whole bunch of different types of fruits here than California, right?
Yeah, it's an incredible variety. I mean, it's
much more tropical, right?
Yeah. A lot of sweet fruits.
Great.
Fruits. Yeah.
And of course, you found durian here in the store, right?
Oh yeah.
So wherever you go, you can find durian, right?
Yeah. But this beats all. This one here is
great.
incredible.
And that's a sugar cane in the cup after we've actually juiced it.
It's even better than the one in Brooklyn.
Yeah, we used to get it in Brooklyn, but this is even better because we're closer to where it grows. So great. All right, well, we're gonna enjoy our sugarcane juice, and we'll be back.